So what do you speak to the 6-year-old about?
Nobody touches you.
Yeah.
It's not just about don't talk to those boys. No, that's not enough. I want you to be friends with the boys.
Yeah, so with my child is that I'm available enough so that they're not getting the bulk of the information from the outside world. Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Mod Afro Mamas. So we're here this time with a really interesting topic. We're talking about the birds and the bees. So, Sarah, you have an almost teenage daughter. Have you had the conversation yet?
Yes. You know, growing up, nobody really talked to me about these things.
Yeah.
And my boys, because it's not just about the girls.
It's the boys too. Yep.
It's all the children. Mm-hmm. About boundaries, about personal space.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I've realized, the kids will do, even when they are playing among themselves. Mm-hmm. Because you just don't know how this one is brought up and how this other one is brought up. It's not like
what they see in their house. So just for reference, for anybody who hasn't watched any of our videos before, how old are your babies?
Yeah, well, my daughter is 11, my son is about to be 10, and my little one is 6.
So what do you speak to the 6-year-old about? Of course, it's completely different, but you've got to give them some semblance of,
Nobody touches you.
Yes.
That is important.
Yes.
Nobody is supposed to touch you or asking, no. This part here is just for you and your hands and mommy. It's not even daddy. It's not your teacher, not your gym teacher, not other kids that when you're playing, this is, those games that they call dare or something. Truth or dare. Truth or... No, they do those stupid games, like...
At their age, we were playing those in college. Kids are playing it in...
No. Yes. A truth or dare, you're going to remove your pants and just go showing people, yes! And 9-year-old. It's another different conversation because at that age, they're already sexual.
They're curious. And they're asking each other questions. And then you don't know who sees what. Sisi tulikuwa naambiwa ndio ulale Bold and the Beautiful ikianza. But kuna nyumba ingine watu walikuwa na watch Bold and the Beautiful. You get what I'm saying?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do with all this online access they have? How are you going to... so at least my son, my husband talks to the boys, and I also talk to the boys also. And of course, my daughter, I have to sit down with her and tell her everything.
Yes.
Things that nobody told me about. It's not just about don't talk to those boys. No, that's not enough. I want you to be friends with the boys.
Yes.
I want you to be friends with the boys, but their boundaries. I've seen girls here bringing in their boyfriends and they're left in the house by their moms. Yes.
Woo.
Oh, V, you haven't seen that? You haven't seen
that? I mean, you know what? I think it's just being a new mom. These things that I used to see are hitting me different now. Because it's now I'm just picturing my son. And I'm like,
yes. In fact, hata unawapikia. Ama you order food for
them. Bye.
Listen, your bedroom, don't lock that door. Until you move out and have your own space. Yeah.
My mom used to say that this is my house. I pay for it. So yeah, I can walk into any room I want and I shouldn't have to be. I personally didn't know boys, and I thank God for how naive my time was. So it's for me to catch 22, right? I love how you said you want your daughter to know that there is boys. It's okay to have a friendship with boys, but there's got to be boundaries. The thing I think our generation was taught is boys are bad. So now, as a teenager with hormones raging, what's the first thing you think? What is it about? Like, you tell a kid, I know it's like saying, go do it. Right?
That is true.
It's like, the better conversation to have with a child like me is probably, while you enjoy the company of your friends, understand that you are different in this way, they are different in this way. And so when a boy approaches you and says this, as a girl and as a Christian girl and as a girl raised in this home, this is what I expect you to answer. You see, that is it. Then for me, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But
and let's not just talk about just the boys, because we also have girls relationships.
Yeah.
It's not that they are innocent. It's not that they don't try out things.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
So you also have to talk about those things too.
No,
things
it's
that you never knew growing up. Yeah.
I think the only time I ever even heard about girl-on-girl relationship, lesbian relationships, or so they said, was in high school. And in high school, it was more like, oh, you're a lesbian. But the truth is, there's a lot of girls who just experiment, right? It's not necessarily that they're lesbians. It's that, okay, so this is a girl who's sexually open and I'm learning. Like, there's a lot of that goes on that I feel could be stopped simply by a conversation. Privacy to a certain extent, because me, I grew up with privacy. This is the age when kids get into things like masturbation. It is normal. It is natural. It is something that will biologically happen. So a child like that, what do you teach them? You teach them, okay, this is okay. It's okay that you feel this way.
Yes.
Maybe you need your private time to go through this kind of feeling.
Also talk about other stages we go through. Like, when I started my monthly period, I didn't have anybody to talk to. Yeah. Nobody. It's just, I think my home science teacher is the one who was telling us about all these things.
I hated home science.
And the thing is, she's talking to you about it in a class full of boys. So boys think it's fun and they are laughing. And everything.
My natural instinct, because I was too scared to, and again, I hope my children do better. I was kind of scared. Like, you don't want to ask your mom. So the person I spoke to was the maid. So I was like, Sister E, what do you do with it? Like, how? Like that's how you talk to those two questions that are embarrassing, right? But I do remember one thing in Primary Likwanga, there was always that one girl who would accidentally stain her skirt, right? And then the boys would be laughing, everybody would be laughing. And that was my worst horror. Like, please, God.
I suffered a lot. Like, my God. And then our uniforms were bright blue, like, so that anything
blue. Sky blue skirts we used to have.
Anything small like this.
And me, I was raised in a generation where I remember my dad was so strict about school, and I thank him for that. But my dad is the kind who came kasubati, no, he'll tell you, va uniform, dakupeleka kwa daktari, alafu tuko kwa daktari mtenda shule. So you weren't gonna sit there and pretend until you work all day. But I do understand the emotion, because the day I got my first period, I was just like, first of all, you're just like, whoa, what's going on? You're discovering yourself. Like, you need constant attention. You need constant help. And you need someone to speak to you based on what you're experiencing.
Right.
And a little backtracking on sexuality. One thing I realized is we learn a lot for me, like personally, from our maid. And of course, parents will kill you. But now that's the person who's close to your age, right?
Right,
so questions you can't ask your mom about, who you're going to ask? You're gonna ask the maid, like, you've had it,
right?
When, so that's another thing that I feel I need to be conscious of with my child, is that I'm available enough so that they're not getting the bulk of the information from the outside person. But I do want them to always know, if they do mess up, you can always come to mommy, because I got you.
Yeah,
I got your back.
That's true.
And I always love you no matter what.
I mean, it's a difficult conversation to have then, but it's still important to have.
The thing I like about schooling in diaspora, though, is that they do touch on sexual education pretty early.
Oh yeah, they usually start in 5th grade, because I'm seeing it with my daughter now. She's in 5th grade, and you have to sign the sheet. Your parents have to sign the sheet if you want. It's an optional class.
Yeah.
And then they say, because we'll be discussing, not very comfortable things, and it's boys and girls. So are you comfortable with your child being part of this class? So it's optional. Back home.
Even if you refuse, see, they'll play together at break time and they'll just share. What did you learn? As long as they know, because then there's all these pedophiles. Nowadays, our kids have so much access to online. They see things we don't even know they're seeing. I would rather equip my child so that he's not a victim of anybody, male or female. And then peer pressure is another big one. Right?
Oh.
No matter what age, there's always the peer pressure aspect. So you've taught your kid all the right things, and that's where you kind of gotta hope that everything you've instilled in your child is able to push back
yes.
pressure and they might face.
And that's why you hear that mothers will always worry about, no matter what age you are, your mom will always be worried about you, because yes, you have taught them, that you have seen them being successful, right?
Yeah.
But you just don't know if whatever you instilled in them is enough.
Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed our content today. Definitely leave comments, let us know what you'd like to hear more of, and we will see you next time on the More Afro Mamas. Bye.